Before you judge me, hear this. I didn't plan revenge. I planned a future, a quiet life, a loyal marriage, and a home full of trust. But when my wife betrayed me in the cruelest way possible, life gave me two choices: break down or rise above and make her regret ever underestimating me. My name is Ethan, 35 years old, and for 7 years I believed I had the perfect marriage with Sophie. She was charming, always smiling, and everyone said we were the dream couple. I worked long hours as a video editor for marketing firms while she stayed home, supposedly studying interior design. At least that's what she told me. One night, I was editing a client's advertisement when Sophie came into the room and said, "Hey babe, my college friends are having a weekend trip. I need some time off. You're okay with that, right?" I smiled. "Of course, you deserve it." She kissed my cheek and said, "You're the best husband ever." If only I knew what kind of trip it really was. 2 days later, I was organizing files on our shared laptop, the one we both used, when I found a folder named Private Work. I clicked it, expecting her design projects. Instead, I found videos she recorded herself, with another man. My heart sank. My hands went cold. I felt like the air had been sucked out of the room. It wasn't just one clip, there were several, each dated during the past few months. And the man? Someone I recognized instantly. Adam, her college friend, who was also married. I sat there staring at the screen, numb. I didn't scream, I didn't cry, I just felt hollow. But then, something in me switched. I spent my life editing videos for clients, making their stories shine, and now my wife had given me the raw footage for the most painful story of my life. But this time I was going to edit it, my way. That night I didn't confront her. I waited. I wanted her to think everything was normal. When she returned 2 days later, she hugged me like nothing had happened. "I missed you," she said. I looked her in the eyes and replied calmly, "Yeah, I know." For the next week, I started working silently, not on my clients' projects, but on hers. I edited the videos into a short film. No explicit content, just enough to show her lies, her words, her betrayals, the dinners, the texts, the hidden moments. Then I uploaded it anonymously to a storytelling channel I'd once built but abandoned years ago. I titled it The Faithful Husband's Blind Trust. The video wasn't revenge, it was art. It didn't name names, it didn't humiliate directly, but people knew what it was about. The story of a husband discovering the truth too late. It went viral within days, 1 million views, then 5 million. Comments flooded in. "This is heartbreaking. How could anyone do this? Stay strong, whoever you are." My ad revenue exploded. Sponsors contacted me. The story became a trend. People wanted more real-life emotional stories, and I had plenty to tell. Meanwhile, Sophie started noticing my strange calmness. She'd say, "You've been quiet lately. Is something wrong?" I just smiled. "No, everything's perfect." Then one night, she stormed into my office, holding her phone, furious. "Ethan, did you post this video? This is our story, isn't it?" I leaned back and said, "Our story?" "No, Sophie, this is my story. You just played the villain." Her face went pale. "You can't do this to me." I replied coldly, "You already did this to us." She threatened to sue me, to ruin my reputation. But the truth, I hadn't used her name, her face, or anything identifiable. The internet didn't know it was her, only she did. And that made it worse for her, because guilt doesn't need exposure, it eats from the inside. A month later, I filed for divorce. She tried to beg, to cry, to promise she'd change. But I had already changed, into someone who finally valued his peace more than his pain. After the divorce, I bought a new apartment overlooking the city and focused full-time on my storytelling channel. Every week I shared another story about betrayal, healing, and finding strength. People loved it. And in an ironic twist, the same editing skills I once used for her dreams became the foundation of mine. Last I heard, Adam's wife divorced him too, and Sophie moved back in with her parents. She texted me once saying, open quote, "You ruined me, Ethan." Close quote. I replied, open quote, "No, you recorded your own destruction. I just edited it." Close quote. Now every time I sit in my studio, looking at my camera, I remember one thing. Revenge doesn't always mean destruction. Sometimes it's simply showing the truth so beautifully that it destroys the lies forever. If you liked the video, please subscribe and turn on notifications.